rolling Read 'em and Weeb in 5, 4, 3, 2.
You're not the only special one around here.
Been a while since I flipped my switch on.
I need to fight him, and you can't talk me out of it.
Let me see what you got.
I'm about to kick your ass.
I can't allow myself to get beaten by someone.
Hi, this is Read 'em and Weeb, reading Volume 9 of Full Metal Alchemist. This goes over chapters and it starts off... Sorry, I wasn't there yet.
My name's Davie, this is my friend Esau.
That's Davie. He's my friend Esau.
It's 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we have one camera now. 34 to 37.
If you guys don't know, we usually record these during the day, and we record like 3 at a time. Today we're doing 4 episodes because we did the 100 subscriber special. We're so fucking tired.
Sorry, there's something I don't understand. Okay, never mind, I understand. I didn't get this before. There's a special section, PS2 game prologue. I didn't read the, I thought it was just a flashback. It's a PlayStation 2 prologue of Full Metal Alchemist and the Broken Angel chapter in this. And there's just this guy with this really nice arm that's camo. Right
I
here.
don't think I got that in my version.
I was like, we're not just going to address this? How come he wanted to skip this?
Dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, I was reading it. I was like, I don't know who this is.
It's like telling a different story.
Yeah. It kind of is.
You're like, don't you want to talk about Siegfried? Who the fuck are you talking about?
I was like, what the fuck is the town governed by an alchemist? What is New Heistgart? Thankfully, it doesn't matter.
You don't want to talk about the philosopher's box? What are you talking about, Isla?
Philosopher's fox? Anyway, let's jump right in. So he's just chilling with Lin Yao.
We get some more Benny the Chopper.
Chilling with Lin Yao and the gang. Eventually, he got a new arm, thankfully. And we find out that he's 15, Lin Yao, which is about the same age as Ed.
Yeah. And Ed's
Ed
like, no, Winry's like, hey, Ed, aren't you like almost 16? And then he's like, get up.
Yeah. Everyone points out specifically that this guy is like really big for a 15-year-old. Like just in general, everyone thought he was an adult.
But that gets me thinking, like, what is it with all these children going on adventures?
Well, he's a prince. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, what about May?
She's a disciple.
Right.
She's learning to be a bodyguard. Best way to do it is as a bodyguard.
No, she's not. No, I'm talking about May, not Lanfan.
I actually don't know why May is out and about at all. I could not tell you.
She almost died. They both. They
both repeatedly starved to death, to almost death.
They're literally on their own different fucking story here.
Anyway, hold up. How fast does? Sorry. I want to talk about this. I love this weird arc with Roy, Hughes' murder, and Ross. I think her name is.
I fucking love this part.
This part is so. Because of how you're like, this doesn't make any sense in a way that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I'm missing something. I can't wait to see what the fuck I'm missing.
Dude, I can't wait to talk about the payoff.
I
love all the moving parts in this. Like, I love how I love that, like, Roy is coming to these conclusions on his own. Like, his story is so fucking separate from Ed and Al.
Yeah.
And he's still getting all the details. And the characters are talking to each other and they're like filling each other in on what's going on. But it's also like this part fucking kills me. Makes me laugh. Hurts is when the kids get back and they have to learn about what happened to Hughes. Because that happens.
Okay, sorry. You said not kills me like makes me laugh. I thought you meant not kills me, makes me laugh.
No.
I was like. What part? And then you were like, oh, when they have to tell like Jerry Hughes is dead. And I was like, what the fuck?
Commas are important.
Yeah. Sorry, it's late.
Yeah. So they get back and this is because I forgot for a second. I forgot that. Oh, they don't know yet.
Yeah. Everyone's in prison, by the way. Yeah. Everyone's in prison right now. So, Lin Lin Yao got arrested because he doesn't have a
He's an
passport.
immigrant.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't ask a random immigrant, "Where's your passport?" The fuck, you already got through.
Well, he asks, hold up, what do they ask? Because he's being a suspicious individual, first of all.
Because he passed out, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Where's your passport?" And it's like, what the fuck? You don't ask for that. You don't ask a foreigner that.
I think you do if they get off a train.
Yeah, but he was just in the street. And he was like, that's the equivalent of copying like, "Hey, you're Chinese. Where's your paperwork?" You don't ask that right away. It's fine. You know,
It's my light bulb turning off. To be fair, it's clear that there isn't infrastructure between these two countries.
yeah.
So that's a problem.
Yeah.
That he's like, how did you get here legally?
Yeah. No, I'm fucking around. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Oh, okay. Then stop fucking around. I'm tired. Play this straight like we always do.
You know me.
Yeah. God, us playing gay at night? That doesn't sound like us.
At night. At night. So, it's such a pointless detail.
Well, that's when we have sex at night, stupid.
Not me.
I have gay sex with you at night all the time. You're not paying attention to me?
It's 2024, you saw.
It's just called sex. Yeah. Don't take my joke.
Is it your joke?
I made that at you.
Yeah.
I think you called something about gay porn, which is just a bit I stole from somebody else and told to you afterwards.
Have you seen the Reddit story about that guy who's like, this mom who's like, "Yeah, I think my son might be gay, but he's telling me him and his friend are just eating hummus. Update, my son is gay, and I've tried hummus. It's amazing."
I vaguely remember seeing that one time, and that is very funny.
The old hummus technique. Fell for the oldest trick in the book.
Anyway, they get arrested.
Yeah, for being a foreigner.
Barry the Chopper, for no reason, like, I'm gonna bust him out. I think he met Ross once, because Ross shot him in the face.
Yeah. But he didn't go to bust out Lynn. He went to bust out Ross.
Well, he busts him out.
Yeah.
It's what
He said, "Hey, help me." And he said, "Okay."
Gotcha, boss. Also, he gets shotgun in the face, Barry the Chopper, and he's just fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
He questions, he's like, "Did you kill Ross?" And he's like, "No." Or, "Did you kill Hughes?" Sorry. And he's like, "Okay, fuck it, we're a prison break." And Mustang is shown in the most fucking Shinji's dad pose I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Right here, specifically at the bottom. That's literally the pose that you always see Shinji's dad in with his glasses glowing.
I think
Ruminating.
So we're kind of jumping a little far ahead, but I think
No, we're not. I'm literally just going page by page telling what's happening.
well, we didn't go over like the reason why Ross is being accused is because Mustang's finding things out a little too quickly.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, we should probably give him what he wants." You know, like we'll fake that. Like it's an inside job, so they're manufacturing it because we know for a fact already that it was.
We also find out that Lust is the one who sends out Mustang to a different department or whatever. What Central?
Yeah.
Lust is like, "I did that. I sent him out." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Like further, telling us further that
Establishing.
like their connection to the military is so deep.
Yeah.
Which Fear.
Oh, now that I think about it, yeah.
Bradley
At this point, we know
has
that Fear President King Bradley is
definitely confirmed that. So, but
what?
I think what's interesting.
Not Fear President King Bradley.
My goat. I think
What about Fear First Lady Queen Bradley? Not Fear Secretary of State Prince Bradley. Sorry, I really liked that bit.
It's a good bit. I think what's interesting too is like they're like, "Oh, let's give him what he wants. We're gonna find the killer."
Yeah,
and it's like dramatic irony because like, we know for a fact it's not Ross. So there's the suspense isn't.
It's not.
So for a second, I thought I spoiled something.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. We know it's Envy.
She pretended to be Ross, but then didn't have the beauty mark, and then he turns into Hughes' wife.
Dude, could you imagine they were like, "We can blame somebody." Man, fuck Ross. You know what I mean?
Well, it's because Ross shot a bullet at the lab.
No, it makes sense. But like, I think it's just so funny that they're like, "Fuck Ross."
The worst part is Armstrong knows that Ross is innocent because Armstrong knows about the Laboratory 5 thing.
But it's not on record, so they can't use it for a defense.
Yeah, but it's also no litigation for murder because Ross is convicted of murder, by the way. They're not being accused. They're convicted.
No trial, just...
Yeah, in the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
And then they bust out, and then...
So...
This feels like a bunch of strings getting tied into a knot right here. Every path has converged at this point really quickly.
Yeah.
And I love that.
So I mentioned a few episodes ago, I was like, yeah, these small characters that end up being really fucking key players. Ross is who I was referring to.
Yeah.
And just these little things that just matter later. And it's just like, just her shooting her gun once mattering so much. And it's like, God, this is fucking masterclass writing. I fucking love Full Metal so much.
The book had a dick, I'd suck it. It's late, guys.
I'm gonna suck and fuck this piece of literature. Metaphorically speaking, with my mind.
And it's dick. I'm saying it's a mind fuck, you know?
There's this musician named Russ, and he had a video where he's like,
I know who Russ is.
I'm surprised.
I don't know who Russ is.
You motherfucker.
Weren't they part of something you showed me?
I don't think so.
Tell me about them.
They had a video where they're like, yeah, like, I don't like that superficial shit. I'd rather, mentally fuck the shit out of her mind with knowledge.
Yes, I've heard this. I've heard this before.
It's really funny.
I don't know who this Russ character is, but I've heard this.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird video. But my point was I really like, these small details that, really come in, and it's just such tight writing, and little things too, little decisions that are made that really affect Ed and Al. So when they run into Mustang, they're like, oh, we actually wanted to go see Hughes. You know where he is? And Mustang lies to their faces.
He's like, oh, he moved to the countryside. He's like, I'm done. I'm retiring.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, okay.
Weird, but okay.
But all right. And like, so they find out in the newspaper, like, oh, Hughes is dead. But that little moment also...
Not only do they find out that Ross is convicted of the murder of Hughes.
Yeah, so now they're confused. But also it's this decision that Roy didn't tell them, that now they're like... It plants the seed of like, oh, we don't trust Roy. Really.
I feel like it's the reverse. Roy doesn't trust them. That's the seed that's planted in them. Oh, Roy doesn't trust us.
I could see either way.
Yeah.
But it also comes to head when they're like, they run into Mustang. So Barry breaks Ross out. They run into Mustang.
Yeah.
And then Mustang traps her in a corner. There's a big explosion. Ed comes in, and they see the charred corpse of Ross with the Ross tag.
Yeah.
On her, perfectly placed on the corpse.
It's not. It's just wrapped around. It's broken around her wrist.
What's it called? We're
not being subtle enough. I feel like we need to be more subtle about the fact that this isn't Ross.
What? Spoiler! Like, actually.
Yeah, but you're being too coy. We're like, placed on her wrist this corpse of Ross
from Friends.
No, Ross, it was you were on a break.
So Ed comes in and he sees that.
God, I love the emotion conveyed by this triple long panel.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Because also Ed as a character is someone who's against killing. He doesn't want to. One, he doesn't want to kill for the military. He said that before. He's like, I don't want to do that. That's fundamentally not who Ed is. Hence why he doesn't want to use the Philosopher's Stone as well. So it's a mix of emotions, like you killed Ross, who they don't believe,
who they know is innocent.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they don't know, but
I guess they know in their heart. They know like Ross wouldn't do that, because Ed reflects on Ross being like, you can trust adults sometimes, like you don't have to carry this burden on your own. And Ed and Al, I think in their heart know like Ross wouldn't do that, and Mustang has lied to them. But the scene that fucking kills me emotionally is when they talk to his wife and they tell her like, hey, he died trying to help us and we feel responsible.
Yeah.
And the wife being like, all the more reason that you have to succeed. That way he didn't die for nothing.
Yeah.
And then they leave and she starts crying in the window where they could see her.
With her kid in her hands.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sad.
This is going to make a great manga panel.
I'm devastated. Can they see me? Oh, this will be great for their emotional journey. Look really sad, sweetie. Yeah. You'll get some of that pie she left later. Just look real sad. You know what? You don't get any of that pie. Cry. Cry like the little bitch you are.
I can't cry, Mom. Your dad's dead. It also fucking makes me sad.
Your husband's dead.
You know? It's a toxic family. It also fucking like kills me when Winry knocks on the door and she opens the door and she's like, Dad or Papa.
Sorry, the way you said it kills me doesn't sound like you're sad.
It kills me emotionally. It wrecks me.
Fucks me up.
Fucks me mentally.
I laughed.
You laughed?
Because
Stupid ass kid.
Sorry.
That's not your dad.
This is in my opinion, this is a obvious, it's a little too on the nose, is what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you're like
I
it's
would
kind of like a feel sad.
No, I would agree had it not been Hughes' kid. Because he's so affectionate that
But that's
it's
the
like,
thing. That's why I'm like, I know you just want me to feel sad.
No,
sad
I
here.
get it, and I understand what's going on. I know you're playing me,
Yeah.
but you're right. I am sad.
I know you're playing me, but fun.
Yeah, no, I like Hughes a lot, which is why it's like, fuck. I also hate that he's
Hughes
dead.
is not in this at all.
But he makes an
He's
impact.
not in this series at all.
And he makes an
so
impact.
good.
And his wife points that out. He's like, he's really going out of his way for
I remember.
everybody.
Hold up. Flashback to 2 episodes ago when I was talking about "Don't mess with me." My brain filled in the rest of this where he punches somebody. He goes, "Hi, my name's Markiplier," and it's Hughes' face on Envy's body.
What are you talking about?
So when he's beating the shit out of Envy, he's like, "Don't." He's turning into different people. Edward, don't. He's like, "Don't mess with me," and then it turns into Hughes. But I sent you the video where it's Markiplier. Everybody, my name's Markiplier.
When did you send me that?
Ages ago.
Dude, can you please find that again?
Yeah.
Not now, but can you please?
No, it's now.
All right.
It's 2 a.m. There is no later.
Okay, fine. So while Esau finds that...
No, they don't know what I'm saying.
What?
I'm not going to tell them about it.
Okay. I guess I'll talk while Esau's looking for something that you won't see. I love this whole section of the story. I love that Winry also finds out and she's just like, I have to go visit. I have to go see their family. It's God, it just all comes to head.
All right, stop talking.
Okay.
Don't hurt me, Edward. Don't mess with me!
Oh, this scene. Sorry, I was thinking of Brotherhood.
Hello, everybody.
Can you send me that, please?
Bro, this is the worst quality ever. Sorry, it was like injected into my brain as we were talking. I used to have...
It's not even a spoiler. It's for 2003.
Yeah. Sorry, my fly's
Sorry, I'm
down.
just
My
thinking
penis
about
is
it.
coming out.
Just thinking about it.
That's where I was yelling. The cutoff is so good. Oh, fuck.
You're watching Full Metal Alchemist, followed by an episode of Full Metal Alchemist.
Only on Em and Weeb.
That's what I was quoting, and I completely forgot it. So I used to have that on my old phone. This is my new phone. I don't have it anymore. I had a better quality version of that in my phone, so that's why it's in my brain so
Dude,
much.
the last video to make me laugh the hard that you sent me was wishy-washy.
Motherfucking witchy-watchy.
That video fucking kills me.
I don't know why. It is,
Wishy-washy.
I love
Motherfucking
I love her
Ouija.
complaining about the PNG in Spanish the whole time. Oh, fuck a PNG.
Motherfucking wishy-washy.
It's also not on this phone. I gotta find it. I gotta hunt it back down.
Oh, fuck. What
Anyway.
that was so funny.
We're back. Now we're back. So, he gets really mad at Mustang for obvious reasons. He just fucking eviscerated Ross.
She murdered Ross.
Yeah. Ross is a charred corpse now, and they confirm it through dental records, obviously wearing bracelets. So this is Ross, and they're dead.
Even the coroner's like, dude, can you calm down?
Shit. This is why I love Armstrong so much. Look at that face. This side.
Yeah. Dude, I never got to finish that fucking point. Dude, that was 2 episodes ago.
It's spanning every episode. Someone seems like genuine interested. Oh, he didn't finish the point again.
So, the reason I like Armstrong so much and is like he's constantly like so for the people, and he mentions that he's like, yeah,
Unless they're Istanbulan. What is it called? Ishbalin. Sorry. I'm sorry, Istanbul.
because like
Which I think is just a city, thankfully.
because the I hate the metropolitan area. Sorry, shut
Joke
up.
did not land.
I don't give a fuck.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Then you wouldn't have
I'm trying to finish this fucking point.
So for the people.
I almost did an Obama impression. You said for the people, I said Michelle. It's not that funny. Stop laughing at me. So I like Armstrong.
Hello, everybody.
I like Armstrong because he's like, he mentions he's like, I would much rather help people than help circulate this like, meaningless violence. He doesn't want to kill the chimeras. He wants to help Ed get his body back. He has no reason not to. He learns what happens, and instead of like, because everyone else
He's wrought with guilt is the thing.
Yeah.
Because he, spoilers, I guess, light spoilers, he did kill a bunch of Ishbalans, and they've hinted at it like a bunch, but he's never outright like shown what happened. He killed a bunch of Ishbalans in the Civil War, and like a lot, like most of them are dead. We see the refugee camp. We see a lot of them dead. Scar is a big proponent of that.
Yeah, and I think what also is interesting is a character who is physically really built, and he's the strong arm alchemist. He's constantly looked down on for his kind heart.
Yeah, he actually doesn't have like a big like. I find it dramatic irony that he actually doesn't have much of a backbone when it comes to facing these things.
Yeah,
he did not try to stop Fuhrer Emperor President King Bradley.
Well, if he tried, he would have fucking got schmurdered.
Yeah, but it's better to die for your cause than to just watch a bunch of people die.
I mean, dying for your cause by jumping Fuhrer President King Bradley, not a good look. But it's also like he's so like he feels so small in that moment.
Yeah,
where Bradley's like, that's why you don't get promoted. You're a pussy. And later on we'll meet characters who will also make him feel that way. But he's so big, but I feel like he's only respected by his close peers. Like Ed and Al, Ed always feels like a type of way about him, but he also is.
Don't say it like that.
What a type of way doesn't mean.
Yeah, but
sexual.
it does to me.
So,
I feel some type of way about it.
I get brooked up when I see him.
See, you thought sexually. Sorry, I'm trying to make a point that just didn't land.
I think it's so interesting that his character is evolving in such a way where a character who he connects with on a deep level is another big sweet man. It's such a good character, and I love Armstrong so much, and the guilt of also like how doing nothing to be able to save Ross.
My stomach is so loud. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I want to read this small excerpt. It shows the most visceral reaction that Armstrong has ever given. Jesus, stomach, relax. I never thought Second Lieutenant Ross could let us down, let alone murder a fellow officer. She was an honest, decent, caring. Then it cuts the panels. He's going to show this, I promise. caring, and then he gives up. He falls. He can't fault Mustang for no. This is why I say he's lacking a backbone. He's defeated himself already. Essentially, he's like, I've lost this war with myself when I killed those Ishbalans. And it's great character. Not the word I'm looking for. Characterization. That's the term I'm looking for, because it shows that this person's been through it, and they know that murdering innocents. He's no exception.
I think what's so interesting with a character like Armstrong, he's a victim of the military system, but is in no place to consider himself one, because he's a murderer. He's someone who was complicit in genocide.
Yeah, he's not. He can't be the savior,
and he can't be a victim.
Yeah.
And so, because I think I look at Armstrong and I think of those people who genuinely feel patriotic and want to help people, and that's why they become cops, and that's why they become part of the military, only to find out that these systems are corrupt, and now you're complacent in that, and now you've just become the villain that
now you're murdering civilians here, fucking blue wall silence there, so on and so forth.
Acorn.
I don't know. Was that like an ACAB thing?
No, Acorn when it fell in the car and he's like, "Oh, shots fired."
I was like, Acorn, like, oh, wow. You know that corn?
Yeah, corn.
Yeah. Corn, one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that Acorn video is so wild.
So dated by the time this video airs.
Yeah.
But
just upload it tomorrow with the
just
today
this episode.
Anyway, this is where also we see that maybe not everything is what it seems, because Mustang goes to Armstrong's like, "You look a bit fatigued, Major. Why not take some time off?" And he's like, He's like, "Let's see. The place where I was stationed in the east was real nice. It's away from all the noise of the city. And more importantly, the women are gorgeous." He loves to talk about women.
Will there be ripped men there? I think Armstrong is a gay king.
He gay?
I think so.
Sick.
I love that for him.
Frankly, he's just an icon in every way, shape, and form.
Yeah.
We see the thing with Winry and Hughes' wife, whose name I don't remember, if Mrs. Hughes. We learn more about, like, David already talked about this, but like hey, he died for this cause, and you should probably see it through to the end type thing. And how she looks intentionally really sad by the window as she cries, covers her hands. We already went through that bit. Play it again, David.
So I mentioned on like another episode, I think it was the 100 subscriber special, but when I went to that baptism today, and so you know, when, like,
too disconnected, David.
No. Trust me, this is gonna matter to like the whole like, oh, I'm in front of the window. It's like kind of obvious, like, trying to like, it's like so obvious.
Sorry, I remember
cliche.
the baptism dogs bit.
But the guy, when he like say, like, people on TikTok when they say something inspirational, but it's like obvious shit. So the preacher was like,
"Oh, is it like
Jesus?"
That guy who was like, your death date and your birth date, but in that dash, your whole life is that dash in between them, and you gotta live it."
That was a good impression of something stupid.
I was literally copying something that Moist Critical was copying from one of those manly men videos things.
So the preacher was like, Jesus resurrected on East. Stop. You're being silly. Jesus resurrected came back to life. But before resurrection, what must happen? That's right. Death. And there was a pause and I was fucking around. I was like,
I have to die.
Have you seen that video? There's a TikTok I posted, but it was like somebody's video where they're like, here's a player tip. You got to kill yourself. But the whole point was like, you gotta, like, mentally like kill
you have
your
to break down
inhibitions. But I cut the video off and I was like, is that really what I got to do?
I got to do what I got to do.
Like today? I like that TikTok a lot. It just got no love.
That video going around with that guy like, you don't have to accept her rejection. I'm like, come on, guy.
Yeah, I never saw the full video.
I know, everybody.
But it's like, yeah, you do. Yes, you do. You know what they call you in the industry? A rapist.
The worst.
A villain.
The worst kind of villain. One that people don't like.
You know what's worse than a rapist? A child. No.
I quoted that. Sorry, you know what? No. I quoted that online and I got some downvotes. People were like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I was like, oh, like it's a joke. Because someone replied to it, like, someone's like, oh, this person's like a rapist. And I was like, you know what's worse than a rapist? Someone's like, a child. Because they were talking, fuck, oh, fine, I'll talk about VTuber stuff. Some guys accused of some horrid shit in one company.
Yeah.
And in another company, someone was underaged when, or they were under 18, not underage, which isn't illegal to be a VTuber underaged. But someone was comparing the two, and someone's like, these aren't comparable. And I was like, under that, I went, actually, you know what's worse than a rapist?
A child.
I didn't finish it, but some people were downvoting me until the person below went, a child. No.
Everybody started voting you after that?
Yeah, I got my vote back. I crossed 10,000 karma.
Mm-hmm.
Good for me. It's mostly, it doesn't matter. Anyway, my favorite part here is like we learn, there's like a cute moment here, but we learn about Barry the Chopper some more. And we see Barry's fucking actual body.
Which is so cool.
Yeah. And he's so excited, not because he has a chance to get his body back. He's like,
He
I
wants to
can't
kill
wait
himself.
to fucking kill himself, dude. He's like, the last time I felt this excited was when I killed my wife. She was too good for me.
It's almost like sometimes we forget Barry's just a fucking villain.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah. I like how he like clearly has love for his wife that he murdered.
It's his own fucked up way of showing it.
Yeah, he's a broken individual.
Mm. No, he's a sick fuck. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But they made him so lovable.
I don't know how they did that.
I don't know either. I fucking love Barry.
Oh, another thing I want to point out is this is where we see the aspect of Mustang's talks about his dates.
Yeah, that's cool.
And we see how it's all code between him and his
This
close
part was
subordinate.
fucking raw.
Yeah.
I fucking love this part.
Until it cuts off.
Yeah. But it's when they're doing like the whatchamacallit. He enters Barry's body enters the building where Barry is being hidden. And you know what the fuck his name is, like the soldier guy comes in. I was laughing so fucking hard when he's like being all quiet and he's nodding. He's like, "Hey, it's you." And he's like, "Dude, what the fuck do you think the mask is for?"
That's what the mask is.
That song fucking sucks.
Yeah, but it's one of my favorite things to quote.
Dude, my favorite video is when Gumball and Dreamer are in a taxi, and then I forgot what the context was.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, but the difference is you said that's what the mask is, and that makes you.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
That shit fucking killed me. I could say it. I guess
You can say it.
you still can say it too.
I can say it too. I'm gonna choose not to though.
But that video fucking kills me.
Everyone was on his side.
Oh my god! Yeah, I know.
One thing I forgot to point out that I really wanted to point out, I really like how Armstrong just punches the shit out of Ed's arm real quick. It's like, oh, you're damaged. We have to take you to mechanic. And the mechanic's like, that's me. I'm here. It's like, nope, we go. And then Al's like, oh, we're going? He's like, not you.
You stay here where it's unsafe.
You stay here where you're a distraction. Anyway, he goes off with Ed. We see all this, and then it kind of just ends on that climax where
Into the mic, Esau.
Huh?
Into the mic.
It ends on that. It ends on that climax where we see Gluttony and Hawkeye fight, and then one of the bodyguards fight Envy.
I love the moment where Roy's listening in and he gets like flashbacks of like, oh, this is gonna be another Hughes situation.
Yeah, where I was talking to Hughes, or I was supposed to be on a phone call with Hughes, and suddenly no one was there.
Mm-hmm. And then like just trauma response, but also just like Lanfan being there, and then we didn't mention with Alchemist, they can sense ki.
Life energy is what they call it, yeah, because
Yeah.
they're like, hey,
Well, they also call it ki in here.
cool. They specifically say life energy when talking about Alphonse, and they feel multiple lives in specifically Envy.
Yeah, which is like alluding to the fact that they're Philosopher's Stones.
Well, and also the fact they have to be killed multiple times is actually more of it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's also like because the correlation being that Philosopher's Stones require multiple souls to make.
What?
But we know that.
Yeah, I know.
But I also, it's such a cool implementation of that. It's like I sensed you. I sensed multiple souls in you, so I came here.
But that doesn't have to do with alchemy.
Yeah, it doesn't. But like I think it's just there. But it's also because alchemy is supposed to be like a spiritual version of how they came to this conclusion, rather than the scientific war-based systems that Amestria or whatever it's called.
I don't care. Owl's country
were created only owls. It's Owl's country.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't think you're from around here. This is Owl's country. The fuck?
You got a problem with that?
Amestris.
No.
Amestria.
Nope.
But they're like, so it's like more of a spiritual thing. So it's like, yeah, we can sense ki. So a really cool implementation of that.
Damn it. It is a mistress.
You found that really fast. They only say it like one time.
Yeah. The thing is, I always memorize the position of things I read are.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew it would be in this corner up here, in this exact spot. So I just flipped through all the pages till I found what I was looking for.
Mm.
I'm super excited. This is a lot more happens a lot faster. We're on book 3 for me, and there are 6 more.
Yeah.
A lot has happened.
It's so good.
This is peak. If I wasn't so tired, I want to talk about it more, but I'm exhausted.
I'm fucking tired, yeah. And I feel like we covered everything in the one.
Yo,
I feel like it's all really going to come to head
Yeah.
in the next read. And I'm like, fuck, I want to keep reading.
I really like Barry the Chopper,
I
dude.
fucking love Barry the Chopper.
He loses an arm in this fight. That's the thing we should talk about. Yeah. They also bring up a dog that comes up in one of the mini episodes. Or they don't bring it up. It's there, though.
Mhm.
Anyway, I'm done.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Read 'em and Weeb.
I keep looking at where my camera is instead of this one.
Yeah. My name is Davie. It's been my friend Esau. If you like the podcast, like the video and subscribe and rate us 5 stars if you're listening on streaming platforms.
My name's Davie. This is Esau. Bye. Start confusing them.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I thought the fat one was Davie.
Yeah, it's like that Scooby-Doo bit. If we're out here and he's in there, and then we're in there and he's out here, but I'm in there and you're me, and I'm in there and he's in... Have you seen that?
No.
Where it's Scooby and Shaggy and they're looking at the ice at like a Yeti. But if we're out here and he's in there... You've seen it. You've seen it.
Come on.
Anyway,
Bye.